9.1. 1.
He suddenly understood why his brother hadn't come.
2.
I didn't know Linda hadn't written since the spring.
3.
The police had seen me in the street.
4.
Paul thought the train had left at 4:40.
5.
We hadn't heard a word about the third murder.
6.
We'd waited for ages to see the famous painting.
9.2. Song. Then he kissed me.
Well, he walked up to me and he asked me if I wanted to dance. He looked kind of nice and so I said I might take a chance. When he danced he held me tight, and when he walked me home that night, all the stars were shining bright, and then he kissed me. Each time I saw him I couldn't wait to see him again. I wanted to let him know that he was more than a friend. I didn't know just what to do, so I whispered I love you, and he said that he loved me too, and then he kissed me. He kissed me in a way that I've never been kissed before. He kissed me in a way that I wanna be kissed forevermore. I knew that he was mine, so I gave him all the love that I had. And one day he took me home to meet his mom and his dad. Then he asked me to be his bride and always be right by his side. I felt so happy I almost cried, and then he kissed me. Then he asked me to be his bride and always be right by his side. I felt so happy I almost cried, and then he kissed me. 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 And then he kissed me.
9.3. Said. Read. Paid. Played. Caught. Bought. Lost. Crossed. Spent. Meant. Told. Sold. Saw. Wore. Heard. Preferred. Could. Stood. End of course test. Listening. A. 1.
Do you have this sweater in any other colours?
Just a moment. Yes, in beige, green and brown.
Could I have a brown one, please?
What size are you?
Small.
Let me have a look. No, sorry. I've only got it in a medium. How about green?
It's a bit bright. What about beige?
Let me see. Yes, this one's a small.
Yes, that one's fine. How much is it?
It's €30.
That's great. I'll take it.
2.
How long are you going to stay here?
Well, it depends. I have a return flight to London at the end of June, but if I can find a job, I want to stay until the middle of September. My university course starts in October, so I have to be back in time for that.
3.
How old is your brother?
Let me work it out. I'm 35 and he's 3 years older than me.
That's amazing. He looks much younger than that. I thought he was about 30.
Yeah, he looks after himself. Goes to the gym and all that.
4.
Are you happy with your new flat?
Yeah, we're really happy with it. The rent is a bit more than I wanted to pay, but you can see the mountains from our bedroom window. It's not enormous, but there are only 2 of us, so it's big enough for the moment.
5.
The Travel Lodge, how can I help you?
Good evening. I'd like to make a reservation.
When for?
For next Friday, the 18th. For 3 nights.
Just one room?
No, 2 doubles and a single. A double room for me and my wife, a single room for my son,
Yes.
and then another double for my daughter and her husband. Oh yes, and a cot for their baby.
How old is the baby?
16 months.
OK, so that's 2 double rooms, one with a cot.
End of course test. Listening. B.
So, where did you work before, Emma?
At a big clothes store in London. I was a sales manager there.
How long did you work there?
Let's see. I started when I finished school, when I was 18, and I left when I was 30, so about 12 years altogether.
Was it a well-paid job?
Yes, very. I was earning a lot of money, but I had to work incredibly hard, and my days were really long. I started work at 9 every morning, and I often didn't finish till 7 or 8 in the evening. I travelled a lot too. I had to go to fashion shows and so on.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes, it was great. Milan, Paris, New York, all those glamorous places.
So why did you decide to leave London?
Well, it wasn't because I didn't like my job. In fact, I loved it. It was just that I always felt stressed and I was always in a hurry. I didn't have enough time for myself, and I didn't spend enough time with my son, Sam. When I got home in the evening, I was always too tired to play with him.
So what did you do?
I left my job and I bought a house in the south of France. I worked hard to do it up and renovate it, and now I use it as a little hotel, really, for 6 months of the year.
How do you live now?
Well, from April to September, I work in the guest house. It's very small. There are only 6 rooms. And then from October to March, I work in the garden. Pick the olives, things like that.
And are you happier?
It's a very different life. I don't earn as much money, so no more designer clothes or expensive cars. I'm still quite busy, but I'm not as stressed as I was before, and I can spend more time with my son. Life here is much slower than in London. I sleep better and I'm healthier because I do more physical work. So, yes, I'm much happier.